And here we are.
Hi, welcome here on the boat 2026 in Düsseldorf. We're having Tuesday evening, has been a strong Tuesday. Lots of good customers here today. Also some boats already sold, which is, for what we are here as well. Yeah. Even one of this range here of the VTC12. So thanks to my team having like a W12 going to Mallorca, which is a great thing happened today. And I'm sitting here today with Niklas, one of the closest friends. I have many friends in Nimbus, but there's some to be pointed out as very close friends. You were, for example, organizing my 40th birthday in Göteborg and the Isle of Winger. Niklas Augustin. So you are, not everybody in Nimbus is that much boating as you. You're boating privately, I would say, constantly, also in the winter times, and plus you're boating a lot, business-wise as well. Yeah. So similar to me, your passion about being underwater is quite extreme. And also speaking for your kids as well, it's going the same direction.
Yes, it is.
So you're having, you're using also, you're having yourself a Nimbus as well. It's 305
the drop head.
And but you could explain me a little bit where that wording from that boat comes from. I explained it before when I did the video. It's a commuter, but for somebody not living in Scandinavia, it's not understandable really what commuting means, because why commuting is for us, it's like a bus, it's like a public transport, or Uber would be commuting from A to B. So why do you then name, or why did your team name a boat commuter, and what do you do with the commuter?
I would say, comparing it to the coupe boats that we have, this is more a fast coupe boat. And then commuter came in, and seeing in Sweden, especially with all the islands that we have, people, they live all year round. And they really take the bus to work, and the bus is their own boat in all weather conditions.
So the boat has then a double use case. It's like a transport and a vacation tool or unit or a boat. Yeah. So it has two roles, in fact. And so so there's commuters which are just commuters.
Yeah.
Which is then not live on board, which would be smaller, more robust, very often aluminium boats or boats which have no accommodation. And this is then here an exclusive commuter where you can also stay a long time on board. So you have been using C11s in quite harsh conditions. Tell me a little bit about it. You once was in probably one of the heaviest boats in Croatia, even though this year the dealer meeting.
Yeah, that was interesting weather.
Interesting weather. I remember that. So let's say, tell me the top three heavy conditions you have been driving with a C11, and has it mainly been with diesel, or have you also been with the outboards?
Mix, I would say. Croatia, that was for sure one of the...
There was heavy bora.
Yes.
Around Split.
The rough Split, that was...
Very short wave.
Short, heavy waves, a lot of wind. That was a good test.
Okay, so you would consider the boat being, built and designed for rough conditions, huh?
For sure, yeah. There is not the weather that would stop me, I would say.
On this boat?
Yeah, on this boat, yeah. For sure. It feels safe from the first time you step aboard, I would say.
And other example from the use case where you had it in Norway, something?
Yeah, Norway.
Because it's longer waves. It's not that bad, huh?
That is really long waves, yes. Outside the west coast of Norway, coming from the North Sea, coming in. There is another type of waves than we had from the Bora in Croatia, but handling in that way, it's same safe feeling, especially then closed up the door, sitting in the suspension seat. It's really smooth ride, even if it's really harsh condition.
And what about US? Have you been being out there with the C11 a lot?
Not so much, not in heavy conditions. But what I've been up then outside the Seattle area, it's very much like Sweden and Norway on the west coast. So weather-wise, it's very similar. But we had a nice trip last year over to Mallorca.
True,
Yeah.
absolute. This is
We
when
had
we
some waves.
Yeah, I agree. That
Yeah.
was especially the first part of the trip, just
Yeah.
before arriving in Palamos. There we had, as a fork. There was also nasty wave, where it came
Yeah.
from the side, like a little bit from the front side. It was, I remember that. You gave Michel even the video of that. Huh?
Yeah.
We can just play that.
That is in the morning. So we left 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So this is when the sun was coming up. I was on the C11, and that's the W11 next to it.
Yeah.
We took our time to play around a little.
Yeah,
this
remember
is
that.
just before the dolphins came.
Yeah, I remember that. I had this when I'm looking at it now. Yeah, this is the moments where our job is just where others dream of, because we're doing it, as a job. And the difference is, so many boats we are able to drive and test and use. Even if we would be, 10 times the wells we have, it would not be possible like this.
No.
So because you would never be able to boat, as you just say, with a different boat in Croatia, in Mallorca, on the way from Cannes, and the West Coast, in US, or whatever. So working in this industry is the best part of the way to get boating.
That is a plus.
I fully agree.
But I usually say, imagine if you don't like it, then it wouldn't have been so good.
No. Then you should leave very soon. The C11 here, where we're sitting, which is very nice, with the big bathing platform. We're having the twin D4 DPI Volvo Penta with the assistant docking.
Yeah.
You were the one who trusts these Volvo products more than everybody else. You did this on the 495, and placing the boat at concrete pontoons where I just see scratches and hitting the wall and damages, and you are just putting the assistant docking in and more or less leave the boat, which you shouldn't, I think, but you love these tools. Huh?
Yes.
You really trust them, you use them, and because I guess as you trust them, you never had up so far like a negative experience. So the system has been very reliable from your point.
Extremely, I would say. I love to just drive with the throttle and the steering wheel. That is, but coming into the system when they are so precise, that is it's a really nice feeling to have, especially 495, 50 feet boat handling by yourself.
So but I was quite impressed, because I thought it's somehow connected to the IPS, but especially on the T11, which we have in Mallorca, which is the same system as we have it on here, and I was quite impressed how precise that works, and how smoothly now these Aquas with the torque of that diesel engines are shifting.
I was more impressed with the DPI assisted than on the IPS.
That's the same for me as well. So this is very impressive. And how, what setup, both work well in heavy sea, but do you like more an outboard or a diesel inboard in heavy sea?
Diesel inboard, for sure.
Me same, because it just pushes more. Right?
Yes.
It's more how you say, Drehmoment, torque.
The torque,
The torque is just pushing you through with the dual prop, especially. So the power is getting more into the water.
You feel the extra weight of the boat together with the torque and everything. It's a really nice combination.
And the range is also increasing, and probably in being in Norway or in northern Sweden, also the accessibility from fuel is easier to get, or
much better, much easier.
Because fuel is, when it's getting less pleasure boating, more commercial boating, fuel is not that everywhere anymore.
Then it's mostly diesel as well, and quite long distance between
gas stations. And what is the what do you like? Like when you had a free choice, would a C12 be a boat you would buy in comparison to your drop head, or you would go more for an open boat?
Give it a few years,
Okay.
then I'll probably go for the. I have had a thought because I bought early spring and late autumn.
Yeah, you bought the most.
Yes. I mean, summertime we try to be out as much as I'm allowed from my wife, but me and the kids, we are really out as much as we can. But I love having snow on the deck, snow on the island, ice hanging on the boat. That I don't do in my boat with the drop head. So have a thought of extend
The season.
the season.
And you are quite lucky in the West Coast because you normally don't. The ocean is not freezing there.
No, very seldom.
Yeah, and then just the harbor. So,
yes.
the sea never.
No.
Not like on the other side of Sweden, like in Stockholm area,
No,
or
no,
you
no.
have really like the ice is limiting the season for you guys. Not at all. So just let's do one walk in and just talk a little bit again about the boat. Yeah, we could talk about, because you're part of that decision, because you're in technical sales. We have the FlexiTeak back at Nimbus, but it's a new
Correct.
generation.
The G3.
Yes. So it's less, it gets less hot, which has always been a little bit the weakness of the
Correct.
FlexiTeak,
Correct.
because it's so easy to maintain, to clean. But and it looks very good. It looks really maritime. But it was always the issue in your region. It was fine, but as soon going to the Met, it was not nice to walk with plain feet. So interesting how this is going to be, because they more or less they promoted it being less, getting much less.
Correct.
hot, huh?
Yes.
What
We
have
did
they
that.
done? You have any idea?
I haven't dived that deep
Okay,
into
okay,
it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have the kitchen up. This is like, I think so this is much more now a coupe boat. I called it even yesterday the sea coupe, and not anymore the commuter, because I missed that a lot, because before there was this possibility to put a bench here, but I don't know who would then in the end. I just opened that for Michi. Who would in the end have this in this use case? There was probably customer doing that. But when we're talking about the worldwide sales of such a boat, also like outside of Scandinavia, I think this is a much nicer, much better setup. And you're not missing. You can still sit with 4 people here, as before it was standing, let's say, 20 centimeters more out, but it still couldn't sit there with 6 people. So this was not the case.
We had an extra cushion here.
Yes.
More use of, but you didn't see more people.
No,
this is much better. I love to cook and clean the dishes in a boat.
Yeah. Okay.
So standing
At home, not.
No, not as much.
Okay.
But in the boat, there's something really. Standing here and have a visibility out. I will not be down in a boat for that.
No. And this was the version we had before, that the kitchen was downstairs, which when I've been with this boat in vacation 2022 in Corsica, I neglected that area down there, so we were cooking even outside, because down there you're getting not seasick, but it's very fast that you don't feel good. I think this is not the. There's very cool new seats. They look very, very nice. That's something Joachim designed new, and which I was also missing before. And the C11 was a little bit the flippable with the swinging seat, the flip. This was not there with this seat, so this is very nice now, because you have a little bit more space. What is your opinion about the window setup? You like this commercial design, and like it's so good from the used cars.
Yeah, you get so much more the volume inside, but also the visibility. It's everybody on board really see all the way around the boat.
Yeah, it gives you such more safe feeling in using the boat. So this is very, very nice. The X edition, I was not 100% even sure this is still available. It was all the time continuously available. It fits to that boat very well. In the Alcantara, Nyrox it's called. It feels like Alcantara, but it's a special material called Nyrox.
And with these seats, not only, but also with the suspension.
This is very, very cool. I've been enjoying this swing seats, or how you would call them, a lot, going on the long distance to Corsica, because it's very relaxing. You
Even if it's no waves,
Yeah,
you get this
it's
nice feeling.
It's the same when you sit in a sprint. We have them in our sprinters from the company, and normally when you go on the highway, it's also not that there's bumps everywhere, or whatever, but it's still very nice as you get this relaxed sensation. I fully agree. When you cruise with the C11, what is your, the way you would use the boat, as you say again? Would you then, like, is it a boat you would consider being enough to go with your family for a long cruise? Would you do a 2 weeks vacation on here? Yes. Or?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you prefer this because it's faster in front of the coupe? Do you think it's a younger coupe? Would you say that, or is it just different?
Very different for the customers. I love to drive fast, but what I see when I'm going out for my vacation, I average maybe 6 knots cruising around in Sweden then, with all our islands.
Why? Why? Because it's just more relaxed for you.
It is, yeah, and I have time to see so much. I mean, it's thousands of islands, and just cruising around this, and a lot of other boats out. So to be nice to everybody. That's
okay. So also to not make too high waves and just be respectful.
Yeah, no rush. I mean, if we want, I can go from Gothenburg to Oslo in a day. So, it's not I have a rush, and it's so many places to see. Too many favorite places. So I can see the next island, and that's the next favorite place.
Okay.
Very comfortable just going around.
No, I just know many places, but I've never been in that privileged situation to do a vacation there, because it's also, when you plan a vacation from somebody not being from there, it's a bit risky, because it could be also 2 weeks of rain, which I'm not really considering as an option to do a 2 weeks vacation. So
then this boat is even better.
Yeah, because
turn the heater on.
Yeah, and you can escape a bit from the bad weather. When you compare the boat to the V10, what is your feeling? The agility and so on is very similar, or would you even consider the V10 to the diesel inboard? What is your feeling there? The boat is as agile, or which? How are you feeling?
The V10s, they are really good, I would say. So two different individuals, they really behave on different ways.
I agree. It's somehow it's very. I think it's to be decided if you have an issue with fuel support, if you want this engines not being in the back, if you want the range. This is, but from especially since the V10s are there, from the technical comparison, the V10s are very powerful and really working also super well on that boat.
It does.
The V8s were a little bit weak, I would say. Boat was a bit too big, but the V10s work very, very well. And then you have the option to make this big bathing platform.
Correct.
Lift
behind the hydraulic one, behind the engines.
To compensate the smaller platform.
Yeah, before we came with that, it was always with an outboard boat. It stopped, and you missed that nice feeling in the water. And it's really plus and minus on both options. And I can't really say which one I like more or less.
What would you say? You know that, or even how percentage-wise, it's like 20% diesel, 30% diesel.
For the C is 50-50.
Okay, 50-50. Okay.
Coming to the T is more. We are up, I would say, 95% outboard.
Okay.
Comparing.
So on the C it's 50-50. Okay, interesting. So that brings the boat then also being a harder competitor to the other Finnish brands doing, let's say, similar boats when it comes like being commuters with an overnight option. But none of them has so big doors.
No, I mean, as we have the seating area here, you sit there, I can easily go out behind you. So you can always be safe standing.
The other ones normally have a door just for the driver, but not for for the people sitting behind and going on. I think this is one of the biggest differences. And I think also
Same with this,
the depth of the sidewalk and the width is also...
You can turn around.
Yes, it's also
I
quite...
mean, I have 47 inches. You see, it's...
Yeah, it's much bigger than I think what's also we are facing from competitors or colleagues doing similar boats. No, the boat grew a lot. I really like the kitchen setup there. So it has really now some character of a coupe boat. So I would love to use C11 again for a vacation. I could really see myself on that boat.
And it doesn't need to be used in cold climate just because it's enclosed.
No.
I mean,
It's a typical Mediterranean. We just sold a C11, one of the last C11s, but it's with the basing platform. There's not a big difference to this one. The only thing is the kitchen is down, and he's using it mainly also for day boating, for fishing in Mallorca. And this is very clearly a boat enclosed for Mallorca. I would not like to have an open boat in Mallorca because for me also boating happens there mainly in winter. Because then every bay is empty, no anchor stress, water is still until January or Christmas is 20 degrees warm, so you have an amazing time. No swimming buoy blocking, so it's like you're free. It's like you're in Scandinavia then, even on this full Mallorca. No, a cabin boat, as everybody knows, is definitely always my choice. So
and opening up these wide doors, the aft door, the roof. I mean, it's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid, and we have the big sunbed, which is in fact the same as we have on the T11, T12. Sorry. So it's a very big sunbed as well, which many of these colleagues from Scandinavia doing similar boats are not having, because they have not that long foredeck or have it much steeper, so they cannot set a sunbed like this.
Yeah, it's a full-size bed plus a seat
in front. Yes. Do we have any questions? No. Good, Niklas. Thank you. I hope I can use a C11 from you guys at some point this summer to go somewhere to the north and see some of the places. I'm a bit faster than you then. So in this one day to Norway, I'm going to look to these places you recommend me in a fast way. Okay.
Thank you for that day. I will go fast with you as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.